Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there's something you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a timeless reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is a Knight of Cups. It is giving or receiving a gift. Yeah, it's giving and receiving something from the heart, right? It's not just it's not just a gift. It's something really meaningful. It's something cherished, something treasured, right? Let's see what that's about. Is there a gift coming in? Is there a gift that you are trying? Are you trying to figure out a gift to give somebody else, right? Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, well, now we've got, maybe this is the recipient of the gift, and this is the Prince of Cups. What do you get the person that seems to have it all, right? What kind of a thoughtful gift can you give to the person that always gives the thoughtful gifts, you know? 10 of Pentacles, 2, yeah, there is kind of a choice here, right? There's your power card. We get to ring the bell. I love ringing the bell. Every time we get the superpower card, we're going to ring the bell. This is your higher self, right? This is your ability to create magic. This is your creative side, your passion. This is your courage and your bravery. So maybe in this situation, we're trying to figure out how to express ourselves to someone in an authentic way. Somebody who we value, somebody whose thoughts and feelings we cherish, right? Let's see what else we've got. 4 of Cups. Yeah, 4 of Cups. We want to make an impression. We want to leave a mark on something here. We've got the Emperor energy. We got a 3 of Cups. We got a 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. You're going to get the answers. The answer you've been looking for is you're going to get it. Right now, we can't make up our mind. We can't make up our creative mind, right? We've got this fiery energy. You should be able to think of something, right? You're the creative one here. But this is a significant partnership with somebody. This is a significant person in your life. And we want to make sure that we do something that is kind of a worthy expression of how we feel about them. Okay, it could be a romantic partner. It could be your boss, right? We do have some boss energy here with the Aries Emperor card. Let's select the mystery card, though. Bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down here. Tiny Bob Ross, gently on top. Happy little Bob. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during the program you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments below. Let's do it together as a group exercise. Now, looking around the room, we've got just these 2 major arcana energies, right? The Emperor and the Lust card, also called Strength, right? And this is your higher self. This is your true self, your true nature, as it's being expressed here in this reading, right? I'm not trying to limit our true self or limit spirit to just this card or just this energy. But this is the face of spirit, the face of your true self right now in this context, okay? So I think this reading is really about your creative judgment, right? We've got the 2 of Wands. It's kind of like you have to make a creative decision here, but we don't know exactly what to do. We kind of feel, a little bit wishy-washy about things. We're kind of vacillating with our creative will here. And we know that our will has to be one. We know that we have to be unified in what we want. We can't we can't half-ass 2 things, pardon my language. We've got to do the whole thing here with the ace. We need that unity. Okay, and that's kind of the mark of a good emperor. See, the emperor is holding one wand, not two, right? We can't will two things with equal intensity. We need to have the kind of one decision, the one path forward. So this feels like it has something to do with a gift or something that we're presenting to somebody else. And the metaphor that I'm receiving is that of getting a birthday gift. You know, let's say your spouse or your best friend or your mom or something, you know, someone that you really love and care about. They are the greatest gift giver in the world. They are just the most wonderful, beautiful, most beautiful person. And now you've got to get them a gift. And it's just like everything that you think of, every idea you have, right? We have ideas, fire energy. Every idea we have doesn't feel good enough. We second guess it. We think, that's not the answer, right? So we can't commit to something that we feel is good enough, is worthy enough for that person. Now, I don't think they look at it that way. It's a creative thing, and it could be you in a creative mode, trying to create something, but you want to create something that is worthy of, I don't know, whatever that authenticity is that you're experiencing. Because see, the Prince of Cups here, this is the energy of the person that's really authentic. So this is like trying to find the right gift for that person that always finds the right gift, right? You're not going to be able to live up to it. You're not going to be able to meet that level. And this really could be going on within yourself too, okay? And there's a good chance that's what it kind of is. That we're trying to live up to this expectation of authenticity, but every idea we have doesn't seem to really hit the mark. Right, so we don't really know what to do. And we've got the major arcana, which I think is very, very important. Spirit is coming out of these cards saying that you are the creative authority, and whatever you choose is going to be the right choice, right? The answer will come to you, and you will unify your will, your decision, and this idea will be one, and you will know exactly what the next move is, or what the creation is, or what the gift is, okay? But how do we arrive at this point? You know, that's the major challenge, okay? You're looking for this answer. Well, we don't really know where to look. Now, the Knight of Cups is the giving and receiving of love and affection. This is, again, the gift giving or the gift receiving. You don't give yourself enough credit for your love, for your compassion. You know, maybe you acknowledge yourself as a creative person, but maybe when it comes down to being emotional or sensitive or sentimental, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. But you're that creative kind of person, right? So there has to be that emotive element to it. Okay, so maybe you're trying to figure out what business to start, or what gift to give somebody, or how to express yourself in the world, or what endeavor, what project you should undertake, what purpose you should commit yourself to, right? There has to be that intensity of emotion behind it. Otherwise, it is just rather a Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, please excuse my language, but this is like hotel art. You know, this is getting just a default gift from the default happy birthday section at Walmart. You know, there's nothing special about it. So if you're not feeling that emotional energy, it's going to show, right? It's going to show in what you're creating, and it's going to show in your art. It's going to show in your gift. It's going to show in how you express yourself. This is what we're talking about, I think, is the self-expression. And we're trying to find that way, that Tao, the medium through which to express ourselves that's going to be the most authentic, that's going to feel real, that's going to seem real to others. That's going to be a true and accurate revelation or expression of our true self, of your true creativity. Right? There's a big difference between these two, right? We could do what might make the most business sense, right? What might make the most practical sense. You know, we can be disciplined. We can make an informed decision, very serious, very disciplined, or we can be kind of wild and creative. You know, you can paint by numbers, or you can just splash paint on the canvas and see what happens, right? Get messy with it. These are two very different energies. And these, I think, we're not sure. And I think our spirit right now is kind of split between these two. We want to just go wild and crazy and creative, but then we think, well, this has to be received well too, you know. We don't know which aspect of ourselves to really invoke. Okay, which one to really, really invoke. Spirit's telling me something about some back problems that you've been having lately. That I don't know that applies here, unless this is actually kind of maybe like a thank you kind of gift or something like that. Or we're looking for the right gesture, the right token of appreciation for somebody that has been helping us. Because I feel like you've had kind of like a, just maybe you threw your back out or something, but there's something with limited mobility in your back, right, in the muscles or the spine or something. So it could be something related to that. That might not have anything to do with this. Sometimes these details come in just as confirmations and validations of the energy that we're in. Okay. Let's go to the 10 of Pentacles down here. I feel like this is the value that we place on things, and what things do we place value upon? You know, what is really valuable? What is important to you? In a very general kind of cliched way, it's the thought that counts. But we don't have thought here. We've got feeling and we've got fire. Like, let's look at this. We've got our fiery major arcana energies. We've got fire. We've got fire. There's fire in this too. The Knight of Cups is fire of water. And speaking of water, we've got water, 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 water. We don't have any air. We've got earth. So it really is about something manifesting. It's a physical kind of thing that's going to be created or produced or offered, or, you know, it's something tangible. It's something that people can see with their eyes, you know, in some way. But the question really is, what is the value we're placing on the manifestation of it? Is it just the gesture that is important, or is it the actual item, the actual thing? Where is the value? Right? I think the value here really is in the relationship between you and your Emperor energy, right? The relationship between you and yourself, but the relationship between you and this person, if this is another person that we're trying to make this gesture toward, okay? The relationship between you and the canvas, basically, right? It is the gesture more than it is the actual product. It's not in what you paint, but how and why you're painting, right? So we have to ask ourselves what really is important to us. Yeah. It's not really about finding the best gift in the world, is it? It's about you trying to find the best gift in the world. It's about, say, well, I looked as hard as I could to find you the perfect gift in the world. I spent all of 5 minutes online looking. It's not much of a gesture, right? But you spent $10,000. Or you really are thinking and wondering and stewing about it, and it really concerns you. It's really an important thing that's on your mind. You're searching for these answers, but you end up I found you a little sphere of quartz. That's it. That's all I found. right? But it took me months to settle on that. What has my, it cost probably $1.50. What has more value to you? Well, $10,000 is more than $1.50, but is that the kind of value that we're talking about here, right? It's really, again, hotel art. You might be able to sell it to a lot of hotels, but does it have any real value to it? Okay, and all this, I don't know what you're doing. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if you are trying to find a way to honor a loved one, or to show gratitude, appreciation, to express your affection and love and your value of someone. I almost wonder if there's a father energy that is passed, and that's we're trying to find out how to go about dealing with that. Okay? Don't usually want to go down that kind of route, but Spirit is telling me something about an older male that's no longer with you. Okay? And it could be that we're trying to find a way to honor that person, or to celebrate that person, or to appreciate that person. Maybe you're trying to write, a dedication or something, or you're trying to put together the right kind of celebration for that person, to honor that person. Yeah, it could be. For some of you, that might be what's going on. All right. It's really it's a tough place, right? It's a tough place. And I don't think you've had, we've got the lust or strength card up here at the top of the path of the dove here. I don't think that you usually have problems creating in this kind of spontaneous way. But because this is such an intimate thing, it's somebody so close to you, it's something so close to you. It could be that, when it comes time to produce, let's say, I'll use myself as an example. I can read tarot for other people blindfolded with my hands tied behind my back, right? But if I'm doing it for myself, or if I'm doing it for a loved one or somebody that I know intimately, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. I get, I think, nervous. I start kind of, not overthinking it necessarily, but over-feeling it. That I want to do this person, a service, and it's impossible to really get that out, right? But when I do these readings, there's a flow to it. And I think the same is really true for you. You have no problem with your creative expression. You have no problem making decisions. But in this case, because of who this person is, or what the situation is, maybe this is something that's really, different about a work thing, or it could be a friend, or I don't know exactly. But this particular scenario is different for you, where it's not as spontaneous and as easygoing. There's a lot more hesitation there. There's a lot more of these kind of conflicting ideas of how best to do this for that person or that company or that whoever, that group, maybe. Because we're worried, again, we're worried about producing something that is not a clear expression. And I think in a lot of this energy, when it's somebody we know personally, when it's something that's someone very close to us, we tend to unconsciously give them what we think they want. Okay? In a tarot reading, in a gift situation, in any, even a romantic connection, in any kind of world, right? And we could use the gift giving as an example again. When giving the best gift, when trying to find the right gift for that special person, do you think it's better to give them something that they want? What does that prove? Well, it proves that you listen to them. It proves that you kind of know them, and you've understood them in a way where you kind of know what they need or what they would want, Or do you give them something that is something that you like, right? Something that you kind of that you are sharing of yourself. right? Sometimes you paint a picture, someone wants a certain thing, they commission you, and they want it a certain way. Other times, somebody commissions you to paint a picture, and they say, just paint something. You decide. You choose it. I want to see what comes out of you. But between you and this other person, there's a magic that happens. And that chemistry creates something that is not them and it's not you, it's something else. So yeah, we can just, I can paint something that I like. I can buy something I want for myself. I can buy just a little computer gadget or something, right? And give that to you as a gift. That's easy. Or I can get you something that you need. I know that you needed that computer gadget, so I bought you something that you need. Very practical. Very, I think, very hotel, right? Very Four of Cups. But if we really know that person and we really have that bond with that person, then we create something that it's not for me and it's not for them. It's something else, right? It's something that is like a child of that union, of that magic that happens. And that really is where you shine, Leo. That's something that you do know how to do. Okay? And that's something that I think has real value. Yeah, it has value. I get a little gadget. That's what I'd buy for me. And now I'm just going to give it to you, right? Also, it has value that I kind of know that you had your eye on that piece of jewelry or that, whatever thing, that CD, or I don't know, people still buy CDs. So, I went ahead and got you that, because I listened. I was paying attention when you said you wanted that. But that's not the value that we're really talking about here, Let's go to the path of the serpent now. We've got the Three of Cups, and this is that creative love. This is, 1 + 1 equals the 3, right? This is something that transcends just the kind of basic relationship. This is a result of this union. Now, this could be your spouse. This could be a parent, a family member, a sibling. It could be a best friend. It could be just you and this industry, this career, this job that you have, right? And you're trying to find the best way to express, or you're trying to decide what to create. Okay, trying to decide what to create. And maybe it's not just Lust card, maybe it's not just Emperor, maybe it's through the union of these two that you create something that transcends both of them. Okay. The Three of Cups is that infinite potential, that capacity to really transcend. It's a love that really transcends either party. Okay. And it's so much better than the Four of Cups in this situation. I mean, the Four of Cups is cool. The Four of Cups is kind of like a last-minute thing. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to get them. I'm just going to go buy something randomly. Whew, I did it. Everything's fine. They don't know the difference. They weren't super impressed, and neither was I, but I did it. We're safe, right? That's what the Four of Cups is. We're safe. Whew, good. Made it. All right. But the Three is something that transcends. This is something that really has that kind of spiritual quality to it. It has that divine essence to it, that it's just like, it's not a good gift, it's not a bad gift. It's something that is just like, it almost makes you want to cry. It's something that is, it's just, it's a sight to behold. Okay? And I don't know that this is necessarily a gift that we're thinking about here. But that's the analogy anyway. That's the metaphor. But whatever this is a creation that is going to really transcend the expectations. It's something that you've never done before. Yeah. We always have a fear of failure here. We have a fear of maybe not finishing in time or not getting it done, a fear of failing at what this is. When we are looking for that transcendent creative energy, it's not always going to work. And that's the failure. But this is that card that we cannot let stop us. This is not going to hold us back from trying, right? And so this is that kind of spontaneous, magical energy, where you are reaching up into the sky, into the heavens, and you're pulling out the gift that you're giving really is It's not even you creating it, right? You're reaching up into the night sky and you're plucking out one jewel, one star to give somebody. I mean, that's like a cosmic thing. That's above and beyond anything comprehensible. I mean, it's the impossible, right? That's kind of the equivalent of what we're doing. You're not really creating something. I built you something, right? Or I made something for you. But this is something else. This is something that we can't quite say. For one, there's no swords cards here. We can't really put this into words. But you know what I mean. And the Ace of Wands is your realization. This is when it all clicks and comes into place. And from this, I think you're going to know what to do. You're going to see everything before you. And we're going to go in that direction. We're not really planning. It still has a spontaneous energy to it. It's not something that you're going to have to like get the schematics out and, get your rulers and really plan an intricate thing. It's something very spontaneous. But it is the equivalent of you pulling a star out of the night sky, throwing a lasso around the moon, right? And pulling it in. Let's take a look at the mystery card. Maybe a 10 of cups, right? Maybe a 10 of cups. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I'm still feeling that water energy. All right. I always wonder if it's going to be the Empress. Because then we have the idea of the counterparts. We have the Emperor, we'd have the Empress, and from that union is born this passion, right? This love and this kind of creative transcendence, Well, let's see. Let's just look at it. Oh, it's the Sun. Okay. It's the Sun. The Sun. This is the clarity that you're looking for. I think that this is now achieving that kind of enlightened state where you see the answers. Yeah. This is like that, not like the light bulb that goes off above your head. This is like literally a blinding light overtakes you. It's not just a light bulb, it's something so much more than that. Right? This is just a blinding light, a blinding vision of reality. Right? Nothing is hidden from you. And this is kind of this is a flash, right? And you've got to work hard. And I see you kind of having this realization, this almost overwhelming realization, and then just getting right to work. For maybe for days and nights and days, and you're getting something, it just hits you, this inspiration. Right? You don't have time to sit and talk. You don't have time to stop and think. You have to get to work right now before you lose it. Right? Before the light dims again, because no one can behold this for very long, without some serious trouble. So while this is here, that flash, that inspiration, while you can see literally everything is illumined, right? This is like the flash from a camera. Doesn't last very long, but while it's lit up, you can see everything. In that moment, you've got to express, you've got to create, do the work, and you'll get it done. It'll be a frenzy of activity, and you'll be very pleased with what you produce. Yeah. I'm very curious what you're doing. I'm curious what this scenario is. I'm getting this kind of, there's two of you, and I don't know if it's you and another person, if it's kind of you and, I don't know if it's like an audition or something, you're trying out for something, or I don't know what this is. I'm very curious. We're going to do an extended reading though. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top, there's a link down below. New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday. 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know a little bit about what this is, if you can share it, okay? I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.